Welcome to yet another edition of Facebook Live. This is Mahesh Kadravan welcoming you for yet another spreadsheet training. Today is Sunday evening, 10 o'clock. Uh, and thank you so much for joining in, or for those who are watching the recording. Thank you so much for watching the recordings. I'm getting some of the feedbacks. So thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying. So that's really amazing. And also with enjoying, you need to learn something, and after learning you need to implement as well. So there's all things has to go hand in hand. Otherwise, if you delay, it will never work, right? So moving on, for today's topic, let me ask you a question. Are you spending too much time on the repetitive task and manual data entry in spreadsheet? If yes, type yes in the chat box. Would you like to learn easy ways to automate your spreadsheet? Yes, I am sure this question has to be answered yes. Yes or yes. Thank you so much. So this is what my topic is today, and the topic is the seventh spreadsheet evil is not doing automation. Now, before that, automation, you know why it is there. This is this, but let's talk about the why. And why is not about why automation is needed, why over automation makes a lot of problem, because this is most important aspect I want to address before going into deep into this. Okay, so let's get into this thing, why these things are there. See, automation is powerful, right? But using in the wrong context. So it's all about using the right situation, the right formulas in the right context. That is important, because if you're using in a wrong context where automation is not required, but you're using your full force to learn, implement automation, that will result into mistakes and inefficiencies. Yeah. So here are the three areas where the automation is often overused or misapplied. Based on my experience of over 15-20 years, I will be sharing with you how this will affecting you. The first thing is that mm, not having enough understanding about the particular logical of the data. I always say that you have to visualize the data. Now the question comes in how to visualize the data. Sir, we don't have any knowledge about it. So I'm not saying that you visualize a lot of things. I'm just saying, if you understand the data, visualizing means understanding the data, where it is coming from, what kind of columns you are having, what that particular column implies to you. A lot of things are there, right? What happens in that particular process? No, people don't visualize these things, and they overcomplicate their life by using over tough questions, formulas, over complicated formulas and macros to automate the complex tasks, which doesn't require as much things. And what happens that in that process, they don't understand, and in the end, it leads to error in the logic and calculations and producing incorrect results. That's the major problem. The better approach is that simplify. There's a need, say where there is a need of sum, why to use sum if? Why to use sum if as? Where there is a need of average, why to use average if? So why to complicate your life today in our journey as an human being in this world? We have complicated our life with a lot of things, because we have a lot of options available in this world, right? ये भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए, ये भी चाहिए, अरे ये भी चाहिए, अरे वो भी मिल रहा है मेरे को, ये भी चाहिए. That's what is happening. Don't go for that, because when you go one thing, you go deeper, you buy that thing again, you go deeper, and that's what is happening. So better approach is that simplify the process, understand the core logic, and manually test the function formula, because before automating. Okay, second thing, the reason why we are doing over automation is data cleaning without verification. This is another problem, because we don't do data cleaning. Whenever I tell my students, they literally feel that one basic question: do you clean your house? I'm asking to you, not as an mentor or as a coach. I am asking the person to person conversation, I want man to man. You do you clean your house? If yes, then I am sure pat your back and you have done the right thing. But if you're not, do that, because if you're not cleaning yours, that means data cleaning also will be a big task for you. So removing the duplicates, standardizing the format without manually checking the data set will always will result in the problematic approach. So always verify the data before automation. Prefer a manual checkup to ensure no critical data is lost and everything. Okay. The third thing, you are doing automating the reports with fixed template for dynamic data. Now, if the data is dynamic, now dynamic means what? As the data evolves, today you have 50,000 data, tomorrow you have 60,000 data, columns are being added, rows being added, new columns are coming. That means that data is dynamic. So there is no point in creating a template or done for you template kind of thing where you just copy paste the data. That will not work. So automation here also makes a problem. This is over automation. So better approach is that first you ensure that your automation is flexible, your template is flexible to take more columns. If not, okay, don't worry, you remove the key data points and ensure that data are reflecting the particular points, right? That's the thing, you can do that, right? So these are the things, three things which is very important when we speak about uh, the importance of coming into this thing. Okay, so yeah, now we come to the main part, the three reasons or three solutions by which you can automate your reports. Okay, so now the various you can do that main about the repetitive calculations. So like I said, sum if, count if, VLOOKUP you use can automate a data analysis. Okay, but before that you need to always check that whether it is correctly or not you are done. The conditional logic you can done and make it do it. Macros are very important thing. Don't directly jump into macros because macros uh, they say that macro will easily easyfy your life, but it actually complicate your life. So don't make it macro as a last option. I always macros as my last option. Like if I tried every formulas in my book, then only I go for macros. Otherwise, I don't do macros because macros. Even though I'm a programmer, I know the technical things, but still I don't prefer macros because macros takes a lot of problems. Okay, and this gives a lot of problems as well, and your whole time will go into that only rather than put in, because for you spreadsheet is what, just to complete a task, that's all. Nothing for me. Okay, for me it is like I have to cater to some of things as a businessman. If you do, that's okay, but as a working professional data analyst, there's no need. Okay, the third thing, forms are very required. The Google Forms or Excel surveys, that is very required. The forms can take the data and put it into Google Sheets or Excel forms. So you have in OneDrive, you have the Microsoft Excel forms also, which will directly populate your sheets with the structured input. So there also automation will be there, which will reduce the data entry errors. So wherever the data entry kind of thing, you can do this. Conditional formatting is required, which I told you already in one of the Facebook live. So manually checking for the data set for issues, use the conditional formatting best to highlight the cells based on specific conditions. That will solve the issue. So high, low, duplicates, whatever you want, this will help you to spot the problems easily, and it will help you to require the attention without going line by line. Fifth, we can say about data cleaning. So that also you can use it automation. But yes, I would say that you do manually because you will able to understand what exactly the problems are going on, right? And there are some automation tools like high end. If you see like Zapier or Power Automate kind of things, some software is there. Google App Scripts for Google Sheets. If we talk about, it will connect to different platforms and everything. So again, life is jingalala, life is simple. Don't make it overcomplicated. Okay, automation is required. Yes, I agree. Automation is required, but don't over automate so that it will make your life difficult. Okay, hope you've taken the one key takeaway from this. Over automation will destroy your life. Okay, in spreadsheet. So hope I will come again next tomorrow and I will do some more spreadsheet. Now the eighth spreadsheet evil is there. Another two more to go, and we will end that session. Okay, so still, if you're not a part of my Facebook group, you join Spreadsheet Enthusiastic Group. My mission is to help build 1,000 committee members of Spreadsheet. So that's a big target, and I'm looking forward to you for your support and help. Thank you so much, and tomorrow see you at the same.